Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun free drumming ideas. In last week's video, there was a couple of comments requesting a crossover drum beat, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a crack. Sat down behind the kit, played around a little bit, and then came up with this. So hopefully you'll like it. If you enjoyed what you saw in the intro and you want to give it a crack, stick around, and I'll attempt to break it down. Here we go. All right, so let's kick things off by learning beats 1, 2, and 3. We're going to hit the snare drum on beat 4 to provide our backbeat, but then we're going to leave that blank for now, and then we're going to fill it in a little bit later with either some 16th note triplets or some straight 16th notes. Vary up a tiny bit so we can come up with a nice 2-bar loop. But once you've got this sort of beats 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of 4 down, then you can vary, you can be creative and come up with your own 2-bar loop, 3-bar loop, 4-bar loop, whatever you want to do. So let's dive into it straight away. Beat 1 goes like this: 1, E, and A. So here's our crossover element. So it's going to be bass drum and hi-hat, floor with the left, floor with the right, and then a hi-hat, which you want to clock quite hard. So just use the shoulder of the stick, edge of the hi-hat, and it should spit at you quite nicely and give you this. We're then going to play beat 2, which is a big fat slap on the snare. 2, E, and I'm going to go back to the hi-hat with our left. Now you can either just hit it like that, like we did with the of beat 1, or you can sort of give it a bit of a bass drum and choke it at the same time. So beat 1 and 2 back to back going to sound like this. Or up to you. For beat 3, leading up to beat 4, we're going to go right, left on the snare, open hi-hat and bass drum, sneak it a little left, and then bring your right hand down and slap that snare. So you get this. Now I'm actually letting that open hi-hat sort of stay open until I hit the snare on beat 4. Unlike the of beat 2, we're just going to let it ring out for an 1/8 note's worth and then close it when we hit that snare. So you get this. Should be a quiet one on beat 3. Okay, so let's put all 3 of those together. This time I'll count it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Alright, so what I'll do, if I loop that round a couple of different speeds, again just leave beat 4 completely blank, and then I'll show you a few ideas of what we can chuck into that little bit. Okay, here we go. Bit quicker. A little bit quicker. Alright, so let's start having a little bit of fun with what we can do with beat 4. A nice easy one would just be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've already done our big snare when we were practicing the last part, so we're just going to carry on from there. So we've got 4, E, and A. Nice and simple, moving clockwise around the kit. That's going to sound like this. So that's one idea. Another idea is you can chuck in some 16th note triplets. So take that same idea moving clockwise around the kit. 1 triplet and triplet. So let's chuck that in there. Another little idea is you can play the 6-stroke roll, so right, left, left, right, right, left. We're going to keep that on the snare drum because it sounds quite nice there. That should sound a bit like this. Quite hard to play slow. Alright, so that's another idea, but of course you can do whatever you want. What I'll do now, if I just sort of start getting the groove flowing and then start chucking a few of those variations at a few different speeds, then I think we're pretty much done. So here we go. Alright drummers, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you can pop over to onlinedrummer.com if you want the sheet music. You can download it completely for free. If you want to be an absolute legend and help support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon page down below. And if you just want to come and say hello on Facebook or Twitter, there's also links down below for that as well. So until next time, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you next Thursday for some more fun, free drumming ideas. Alright, see you later.